Across the globe and among world-leading oil producers, the oil and natural gas industry does more than meet the energy needs of society and its citizens. From the creation of opportunities, employment generation, and providing boosts to local businesses and development, it has also been known to promote education and training while helping to drive sustainable infrastructure. For the people of Nigeria's Niger Delta region, where this high-priced commodity is found in abundance and harnessed, there is a broad sense of hope and expectation that the revenue from oil exploitation would lead to the development of not just the nation, but also their local communities. This dream, however, has for the better part of the people's history remained an illusion, despite the vast wealth created by petroleum. The failure of the benefits of oil exploitation to meet the developmental needs of the people has resulted in several agitations which have affected the rate of oil production and ultimately development.
It was a crisis that could have been managed, but because of seeming challenges in engagement and approach of handling the agitations in the Niger Delta, it was badly managed, and that led to the massive destruction, and that hurt the economy so badly.
Upon assumption of office, Governor Arthur Ifeanyi realized that his vision of a greater, safer, and more prosperous Delta was largely dependent on his ability to restore peace on all frontiers, build trust and confidence between governments, the people, and international oil companies operating within the shores of the state. Thus, to help set the tone for peace, Governor OKOWA, through the Ministry of Oil and Gas, headed by Prince Emmanuel Angbaduba, dedicated time and resources to set up structures that would engender peaceful and harmonious relationships between oil companies and host communities.
Right now we have a peaceful environment where contractors can work without disturbances from the community youths and all that. So youth disturbances has actually been managed by the governor.
One of the many ways the government of the day has been able to ensure cordiality and create a better working relationship between IOCs and host communities is through the penning down of Global Memorandum of Understanding (GMOU) with terms and conditions agreeable and acceptable to all parties involved, that is, IOCs, host communities, and government. This smart move has drastically helped to reduce tension, disruption, and destruction of oil activities as well as facilities.
With the GMOU, the communities know where they stand with the oil companies. The various host communities knows what their local content jobs are. The CSR of the company is quite spelled out. It's a welcome development. It's something that will strengthen the PIA in terms of operations and will move the oil and gas sector forward.
Ease of doing business is a project that every serious government embarks on. And happily, the Delta State government was ahead of that. And that led to the creation of a department in the Ministry of Justice called the Department of People's Rights. And so government felt there's a need to resolve conflict in a conducive environment, in a win-win situation. And part of that is what has led to the MOU.
Because oil and gas account for a huge chunk of the state's revenue and attract lots of interest from all parties involved, it is therefore in everyone's best interest that peace reigns. To further drive the process of peace, town hall meetings are held regularly between all stakeholders in the industry. While communities are urged to embrace peace, IOCs are equally encouraged to fulfill their corporate social responsibility to the various host communities. Special emphasis is also placed on the local content clause, as it is yet another major determinant of peace.
Give kudos to the enabling law, Local Content Act. And then secondly, we also give kudos to the leadership of Delta State as exemplified by the Kwame himself. Policy having been formulated, The implementation stage now has also paid off.
The Local Contact Act provides an enabling environment for the company to give opportunities to their host communities. When you are in a community and you have an oil company existing in your place and you are being given the privilege, especially the right of first offer, when a contract is about to be awarded, it gives them a sense of belonging.
Most of this engagement that the ministry is involved in is to ensure that peace reigns in the community. It's to ensure that the community have that sense of belonging, that whatever that is happening within their community as regards as oil exploration, they too have a say. Hence, this regular town hall meeting is very important.
In addition to these, the ministry has equally deployed a multi-dimensional roundtable approach towards settling disputes between feuding parties. This roundtable discussion mechanism has helped to checkmate potential volatile situations as they arise before they rage out of hand like a chemical-induced wildfire. One such volatile situation is the Ole Kingdom internal crisis regarding their dealings with Heritage Energy Operational Services Limited.
We are appreciative of the efforts of His Excellency towards the reconciliation and peace establishment in this local government. All their efforts have led to a successful meeting today and bringing about peaceful resolution and peace in the land of Isoko South going forward.
We want to thank His Excellency Governor Dr. OKOWA for his prompt intervention over the Ole issue, which has been lingering for years, and today it has come to reality. In fact, we are very much happy and pleased with what he has done.
Welcome, sir. Thank you.
This roundtable mechanism was equally deployed in the recent dispute between the youth of Ogolawa Kingdom and Shell Petroleum Development Company SPDC over the dismissal of 22 indigenous staff working with the company due to the outbreak and impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The effectiveness of Governor OKOWA'S timely intervention in settling the matter is nothing short of amazing.
They say due to COVID-19 for the past 2 years, they retrenched them. So the community and the worker, they were really angry. And there is no reason why a company said they retrenched these plenty persons because of COVID-19. Our governor, Dr. OKOWA, he stepped in, paid 6 months to cover up for SPDC so that they can find resolution to the issue. But after the lapse of these 6 months, the government coming again to intervene, and now government had promised that SPDC this time they will do something, but they will still come in and pay 3 months for the aggrieved workers.
Thanks to the OKOWA-led government that has intervened for 6 months and now another 3 months. We are grateful to them for God using them to do these wonders. But our cry is we want to go back to work. We want to resume. COVID has subsided.
The peace building and conflict resolution efforts of the Ministry of Oil and Gas are equally supported by other relevant bodies like the Peace Advocacy Committee Against Oil Facilities and Vandalism, championed by the Deputy Governor, Kingsley Burutu-Otuaro, amongst others. These peace-building platforms were inaugurated by the governor in the wake of his administration to help restore normalcy to the creeks or delta, especially after the 2016 bombing that led to the shutdown of major oil terminals, resulting in an all-time fall of oil production vis-a-vis revenue in the history of oil production in Nigeria.
His Excellency the Governor set up a committee, and very wisely under the chairmanship of the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Barrister Otuaro. And that helped a lot, with particular reference to my council, composed of not just one community. And the members of the Peace Council play a major role in ensuring that as much as possible, whatever agitated or continue to agitate the mind of the communities and of the individuals are brought to the attention of His Excellency the Governor.
Also, the partnership between government and the various traditional institutions in Delta, in addition to taking substantive efforts in visitation, discussion and consultation with the people in form of town hall meetings, has further given strength to the vision of a peaceful and prosperous Delta.
The hallmark of whatever we've been able to do in this state is because our traditional rulers have done a lot in their various communities to ensure that Delta State operates in a peaceful environment. Your Royal Majesties, I must thank you all for all your efforts to ensure peace in your domain and the partnership that you have offered us as your sons in government to be able to have a peaceful environment to deliver on the projects and programs that we have initiated since we came into office in 2015.
Our governor is a man of peace, and peace is a continuous process arising from our major role as custodians. The governor had to work in unison with us, soliciting that we prevail on our various subjects to ensure that peace reigns in the Niger Delta region.
Smartdelta.
For this OKOWA'S government, aye, this boy have started again. We dey live in peace and unity, cause OKOWA'S government sabi, he won't let me rest. Development everywhere. Totori, are you ready to learn this work, or you want to work with OKOWA? Because every time OKOWA'S government, have you fixed that car?
Yes, Oga. Yes, Oga.
And the other one?
Yes, sir.
What about this one?
I just finished them now.
My boy, you see, the song you were singing, there's a part I like. We dey live in peace and unity.
Oga, I know why you like him now, because of Governor Okowa bring peace to your community.
Chai, very true. My boy, you see, this OKOWA administration, they very proactive in conflict resolution. Even this OKOWA administration, through Ministry of Oil and Gas, don't put structures in place to ensure peace between host communities and oil companies. Also, through this OKOWA government, oil companies don't build schools, roads, health centers. Even some people dey on scholarship for oil producing communities.
Me, I just say it don't provide employment for youth when it be said a day for oil producing communities, because they can't get the privilege of getting jobs with these oil producing companies.
My Oga, this OKOWA government don't bring peace, so projects are well executed everywhere in this state.
My boy, yes, so.
Oga.
Oya, go fix that car, quick. For this OKOWA government.
Governor Okowa ensuring peace for necessary development in Delta State. Smartdelta.
Another remarkable move of the OKOWA-led government that made a bold statement on the peace indices of Delta is the purposeful engagement and preoccupation of youths with several skills acquisition and entrepreneurial programs, which is later followed up with the essentials for startups. This is without prejudice to the incorporation of youths in policy making and execution processes through appointments into political positions.
Governor Okowa has really tried since his appointment as a governor. He has really helped the youth. Right now we could see that different youth have been given employment, appointment. We have young SA in the states.
Most of the appointments you have in the states are given to youths. They are meaningfully engaged. So that has reduced drastically the level of youth restiveness in the various oil producing communities.
It is indeed worthy of mention that the peace initiatives deployed by the Delta State government is yielding appreciable results. Sitting at an enviable position of the highest producer of oil in Nigeria, the Delta State government has been able to commence with its prosperity program for the benefit of Deltans. The gigantic infrastructural upgrade cutting across all sectors in the 3 senatorial districts of Delta is evidence of the stronger Delta agenda of the OKOWA-led government.
His Excellency, Governor Okowa, is a grand politician and has a wealth of experience. Since he's a man that has been in government for some years, he knows what to do and he's been doing it. That is why, because of this project, he has been spreading across Delta State. Hence, you see all this youth restiveness has really calmed down. There's no more vandalism and the rest of them, and many of them have been engaged. The dividend of democracy is really been experienced in the whole Delta State.
Subsequently, the government of Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa has been able to do right for his people in far-flung riverine communities by addressing the developmental issues that have been a source of pain for the people for donkey years now. Residents of riverine communities are expressing great joy over their new reality.
This government of OKOWA, so the man too good for this young people. The man a good man. He did many things for us, so we too like him.
Definitely, OKOWA, they say I be road master. Me, I don't confirm as I be road master. Indoor do roads from Yokri to pipeline. You don't try.
Governor Okowa don't do so many things for us. Road he do for us. Governor Okowa don't make our people safe. Don't dey somewhere where we say people dey top. Now because of Governor Okowa. So now thank who they thank him. God go bless and bless him family.
I thank the people of the riverine community because they have given peace a chance and will continue to partner with them because there's still a lot more that can be done.
According to Governor OKOWA, it is only fair to give the people what is due them. Governor OKOWA is not relenting in fulfilling his promise of prosperity for all. Through the proper funding of the Desopadic Commission, Governor OKOWA has been able to deliver more deliverables and execute more projects dear to the heart of the people.
People have been saying there can't be blockhouse. They can't do tie road like this in a riverine area. But now we know that the structure can be put in this riverine area. With OKOWA, we know that everything is possible.
Governor Okowa, he don't bring prosperity, God give us. So we see the greet and we thank and make it still do more for us.
We thank God though, we thank God for governor.
Doing of this road is our favor. Even come be favor to our business more than before, sir.
Consequently, oil companies operating within Delta have equally picked up pace in fulfilling obligations as contained in MOU agreed document.
Government have actually played a major role in ensuring that we have enabling operating environment within our host communities. And the company itself, because we have a robust memorandum of understanding wherein all the benefits of the host community stated, we have ensured that the benefits in the area of project execution, human capacity development, and these areas are fulfilled in line with the memorandum of understanding. Our having a peaceful atmosphere has actually enabled us to fulfill our obligations to the host communities.
So, the women of OKOWA community, on behalf of Shell, SPDC.
The women of OKOWA community, Yobebe, Yokri, Sekobolo, and Obotobo 1 and 2 are witnesses and beneficiaries of fulfilled CSR obligations by oil majors.
If you have not gotten your alert, it means that you have not feed your things correctly. Share not the play while you must get your money today.
Government and share cause the happiness to dance. They give us money. The money where share give me, I go take help myself, help my children.
In share, we believe in being gender friendly. Our GMOU, which is the agreement we have with our communities, we have a 15% set aside for women development within the communities where we are. So what you are seeing here is what they have used their 15% money to do. Government has been supportive. They were part of our discussion with the communities in agreeing to the funding, and they've been there every time we had issues.
In this same vein, natives and residents of communities playing host to Seplat oil in Delta are happy for what they consider to be the most important CSR obligation. The just concluded Seplat quiz competition has left many in a state of delight.
I want to say a very big thank you to the Delta State government because they are promoting what should be promoted. Since they have allowed Seplat to do this kind of educational scheme in Delta State, that means they are promoting good things, and that means good things will continue to come out from Delta State.
This program has been very useful in encouraging students to study and also helping schools to also improve on their infrastructure program. We want to thank His Excellency Dr. Arthur OKOWA. He's provided us enabling environment to operate in these states. Anytime there are issues, or maybe we have an investment to make or a plan to build or any development we need to do, The only question he normally will ask is, will he bring jobs? Will he assist people in the states? And that's all he asks us for. And once he gets that, he gives us all the support.
What I saw now is clearly indicative of the fact that they value education. For them to target their CSRO at education is something that is very good. It's a way of building future leaders. And one of them remarked that some of these people will end up becoming employees of the company. And it's a way of building people for the tomorrow workforce. And that's a good thing.
A good number of the oil companies are contributing their quota to the development of their various host communities, be it in the area of human capital development or construction of physical infrastructure.
On behalf of SIPCO and our partners in Delta State Government, I congratulate you. Congratulations.
I'm a graduate, but I've not got an opportunity to have a job. But through this knowledge they acquired here, can be able to establish myself and train people under me too. I want to appreciate our dear Governor, His Excellency Dr. OKOWA'S, and also the company and the management for giving me the opportunity to be here.
They are trying, because this road is one of the best roads you can see in Otabugbe. I wish they can do this in my community. I'll be happy. They did a marvelous job. The two roads they did, both this one and the one out of this thing, is marvelous.
To ensure quality project delivery, the Ministry of Oil and Gas subsequently embarks on inspection visits to various communities where CSR projects are cited to ascertain the quality of the jobs being delivered.
SPDC and our JV partners, they've done noble. The quality of the job we've seen is of global standard. Appreciation is application for more. So we're asking for other oil and gas companies that are operating within the state. We want them to come and assist us.
When you went round, you saw a structure that was delivered by Shell. These are evidence to show that there is a good relationship between the government and the oil companies.
His Excellency, the Governor's passion for service delivery is what prompted him to approve the creation of this department, monitoring and compliance. And so far, our routine monitoring of projects, especially CSR projects, have in a very, very large extent ensured that the goods are delivered to Deltans, especially host communities where these oil and gas products are mined from.
To demonstrate government seriousness that it means well for the people, government has made it mandatory that EIA, that is, environmental impact assessments, be carried out before any work is done in an event of any mishap, such as oil spillage. In the course of any other hazardous activity during oil exploration, oil companies are also made to own up to their responsibility, clean up the environment while coming to the aid of the people by providing palliative to cushion the effect.
His Excellency Senator Dr. OKOWA'S, the Governor of Delta State, is a listening governor. This is not the first time we've done it. We've always done it. When there are fire disasters anywhere, during the flood disasters, you see the governor, through the instrumentality of the State Emergency Management Agency, come to the rescue of the people, and we try to ameliorate their situation.
First, we must appreciate His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, for his hands of fellowship at a time where the price of goods are in a very high price, a very tempting period. His Excellency has decided to come to the aid of our communities, most of our communities who are affected by spill. We are indeed grateful.
Evidently, Governor OKOWA'S vision of building a stronger Delta is firmly on course. The creeks of Delta in the last 6 years have remained peaceful, with oil companies working in synergy with the Delta State government and host communities. The people now enjoy the dividends of oil exploration in their domain.
The feedback segment. Question of the day.
Now that the PIA, the Petroleum Act, is out, how is the government intending to manage the integrities that are contained so that the company and the communities will still maintain the relationship they have? That's before the PIA.
Thank you very much, Mr. McQueen. During the formation of the PIA, when it was the PIB Act, our Governor, Senator Dr. OKOWA'S, sent a formidable team to represent the state at the House of Senate and the House of Rep. And we took into cognizance the nitty-gritties which you've actually mentioned in your question. Chapter 3 of the PIA Act has to do with ensuring sustainable prosperity in the various host communities that we also intend to uphold, taking into recognition that the 3% operating cost that is accrued to the host community can only come if the oil companies are in proper operations, notwithstanding the 75% meant for projects in host communities that can also come through coexistence, and the 20% for reserve, while 5% for administrative charge. We intend to do continuous and periodic monitoring to ensure that this coexistence is maintained and the benefits to the grassroots and the citizens of Delta State.
It's important to get informed about what is going on in this state. If you're going to pass suggestions to us as government, your suggestions will be welcome. To know more about the Smart Delta team, follow Smart Delta on their various links.
Text your questions to 08121192133 or send with the hashtag #AskIt to all our social media platforms.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA'S they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where OKOWA'S they do. I see a job and work creation in Delta, make the youth say them higher. OKOWA'S. I see good roads everywhere in Delta, make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta. Say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore